Hello, friends. I hope that you are all doing well. Today, we will be discussing 5 big mistakes that you need to avoid during your visa interview. And this applies to diversity visa interview and all immigrant and non-immigrant visa interviews. These 5 mistakes, you need to avoid them because they have bad consequences in the approval of your visa. And the first mistake is going for your visa interview unprepared. Remember, this is an interview like any other, so you need to prepare just like you prepare for your job interview. You need to prepare for your visa interview also. You need to have a solid understanding of what is going to take place. Do not be ignorant. There is a lot of information online that you can do research and get to understand what is going to happen during your interview. You can also get immigration lawyers to help you understand what exactly is needed during your interview. And by being prepared, this will help you to become and more confident during the interview. So take time, use all the resources and a lot of information available on YouTube, on Google, to prepare yourself to have a solid understanding of what is going to happen on the day you go for your visa interview. And the second mistake is failing to carry all the required documents when you attend your visa interview, and having extra copies of those documents. So you need to check the list of documents that you're required to carry for your visa interview, and make sure you make copies, extra copies, that you're going to give your immigration officer. You don't need to be asking them to make copies of those originals. You need to have them at hand because they are not going to make the copies. It's you to have the copies. And if there is extra evidence that you need to give them, make sure you come with the originals and the copies and extra copies that you're going to give them. So make sure you check the list of documents required for you to go for when you go for your visa interview, and make sure you carry each and every document and with a copy of it so that you can have an extra one to give the office. The third mistake is guessing your answers. Guessing. Remember, you are allowed to go with a translator. That is in case you have issues with the language. So make sure you understand the question you're asked. Take time, pause, think about your answer, then give your answer. So do not guess your answers. If you did not get the question well, you'd rather ask them to repeat the question so that you can understand the question. And it would be better for you to say you do not know instead of giving a wrong answer. Remember, if you give a wrong answer and it is determined that you did give a wrong answer, then that will be considered as lying, and it has a big bad consequence on your visa approval. So don't guess your answers. The other mistake is about rambling, that is, talking too much. Remember, when you go for your visa interview, you do not go there to tell your whole life story. Remember to give short, direct answers. If it's a yes or no question, just give the yes or no answer. Do not give information that you have not been asked about. Remember, you might try to add a lot of information in the answer that you're giving that will lead to more questions. So do not answer questions that you are not asked. remember that these are not your friends. They are not looking for friends. They might appear friendly to you, but remember, they are also trying to find information that they can use to change your visa status from approved to not approved. So give direct answers. Do not tell a lot of stories that you're not asked. I'll give a bonus one, and that is, do not be rude to your immigration officer. There are some questions they might ask you, and you might feel a bit uncomfortable and might maybe be provoking to you. Remember, this is an interview, like a job. You need to be kind, you need to be respectful even as you answer these questions. Do not get offended by the questions, and also do not offend your immigration officer. Remember, they are the people to determine whether you will be issued with a visa or not. So remember, these are human beings, and be kind and be respectful even as you answer some of the most uncomfortable questions when asked. For example, you've asked, have you ever been a prostitute? Answer that question without getting offended. If you have a question, please put it in the comment section. I might answer you directly, or I'm going to do a video to answer you, and everyone can benefit from it. And friends, that's all for this discussion. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please consider subscribing and also give this video a thumbs up. Let's grow together. And if you have someone who is preparing to go for their visa interview, you can share with them this video so that they can use it as they prepare for their interviews. I hope to see you all in the next videos. Bye.